Hey friends, it's me, the exacerbated Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. So I've been messing with the tech on my desk and my laptop, and I'm literally staring at the screen right now to see if my lips match my words. Cause while I was setting everything up, because I'm trying to improve my streaming and video game, um my docking station died. Luckily, I had another one, just had one. But yeah, and I was just like, okay, so now I have to do all of this again. I had it all set up the way I wanted it, and then the camera resolution went wonky on me. Like it was lagging really bad. So we'll see if this works. Like my camera's up here now. The laptop is over here to my right, but the for some reason in Streamlab, it's not wanting to give me good resolution. So I switched to my external webcam. Um, so we'll see how this works. I did a live stream last weekend and it worked just fine. And then all of a sudden, so the tech be teching on me. But we'll see how we like this. I moved a Sailor Moon over here because the sun be sunning. That's part of the reason I moved my desk around was when I first moved up here, I thought I wanted my desk facing out the window so I could be the nosiest of neighbors, but nothing goes on in our neighborhood. It's just very normal. It's very just quiet suburban neighborhood. So nothing goes on to watch anyway. I love that Stanley. I mean, come on. It's a good time. But but the first summer I was here, when did I even get my office set? I didn't even get my office set up until like 3 or 4 months after I moved in because I had to get a desk, a chair, and all that good stuff. We had to clean out what was in this room. It was a whole thing. So I worked from the kitchen, so I didn't have to experience the summer and spring sun. Um, and then last year, the second year of me living here, I did get to experience the summer and the spring sun. And this is a south-facing window, which sounds great, but the sun starts over there and goes, woo, especially in the spring and summer, and it's just bam right in my face. And like last week, I was in the middle of a meeting for work, and I was like, I can't handle this anymore. So I stayed up until like 1 a.m. moving my desk and office around. Haven't rearranged action figures. That's a project for another day, but they're still there. Like I can move my camera. Let me slide. Oh, I have to slide the other way. But yeah, all the stuff is still there. I'll be figuring out angles and stuff over time, but one thing at a time. This video may or may not come out on the 11th of April. I intend to do a stream once a week, so 2 recorded videos and a stream, just to keep myself in the algorithm. And plus, it's just fun to do live chatting and stuff while gaming or talking about other things. However, we're going to Fool's War. If you don't know what Fool's War is, this is a SCA video, the Society for Creative Anachronism. And Fool's War is, there's lots of heavy combat competitions, and the big ones are either fighting for who's going to be like the next crown. There are ones just to show off your skills. There are ones where you go and work with the really good folks who are usually knights or marshals who manage combat and get instructions. So there's a lot of ways, but wars are literally different groups within the SCA, so kingdoms, and then sometimes towns and shires. It's a whole thing. Different groups within the SCA get together to basically combat and, see who wins. It's a simulated war. When I say heavy combat, like we have to wear full on armor. Which that's what I'm going to be talking about today is some of my new armor pieces. So if I can't stream, I really hope I can stream some of the war. Like that would be so great. But where we're going, I don't know if there's cell phone signal. I don't know if I'll be able to. If I'm able to, I will. It'll be going off my phone, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But that's what unlimited data is for, is so you can stream war. Like I literally just cleaned off like half the pictures and stuff on my phone, so I would have more space for YouTube stuff. But if I can't stream, I still want a video to go up on Friday. So this is a fingers crossed, this is a maybe video. If this video goes up, it either means one of three things. I wasn't able to stream. Um, or I was able to stream and I felt like it going up anyway. Um, no, that's all it can mean. No, it means two things. So if you see this video on April the 11th, I was not able to stream or I got lazy. But hopefully I'll be able to stream because I really want to show y'all some of the SCA stuff. But anywho, let's talk about like why I'm here. And this isn't going to be the longest of videos I've done. You know she can pontificate about anything. I had a manager who called my ability to talk all the daggum time pontificating. Oh, look at that. Part of me was hidden. It's Transformers back there behind me. She's learning. She's learning. Like give her some slack. I might change my resolution again. I bumped it up to 1024 by like was it like 765 and I'm just like, do I like this? I don't know. She's being real lazy today, can you tell? Oh yes, the hair has come down. I really liked my last braids for the look, but they were on my nerves. They were just too big. Like, yeah, they were cute. I get my hair done again in a couple of weeks. But this is good because now my helmet fits perfectly on my head. And my husband really likes the braids. So, I mean, it really likes my fro. So, this is my actual hair. And it's longer than it looks, but curly hair, man. Curl. I have very soft, fine hair. I have a very loose curl pattern. I hear people like, oh, you can define it and all of a sudden have salon quality curls. Now, everybody's curl pattern's different. Your hair is just not going to magically start being extra curly because you washed it different. Or maybe it will. Maybe I don't know. I'm not a hair expert. This isn't a hair channel. But I want to talk about some of the armor stuff. So, heavy combat. When I say heavy combat fighting in the SCA, that literally means like swords, spears, shields, and whatnot. Now, granted, the weapons are made of rattan, um, and sometimes the hilting and stuff can be metal. But the part we hit each other with is rattan. And if you want the ability to score a point by thrusting, which means going you have to put like a rubber tip on it. However, if you've ever been hit with a rattan stick, it doesn't feel good. Obviously, we're not going to fight with real swords. Um, but headshots are totally allowed. Like basically the whole body you can hit. There's not an illegal hit. It's just that some hits are considered insta out or, because if you get a whack to the head, like in a real battle, if that was a sword, you'd be done. So, but there are others, like if they get your arm or your legs, you just lose the ability to use that appendage until something else happens. Like if they take out a leg, you drop to your knees and now you're fighting like this. And some people choose to use pole arm, which, literally is a pole or a spear. And, the pole arm usually has an axe on it. You can choose to fight with a spear. Some people fight double sworded. One of the guys I'm learning a lot from fights with a sword and buckler, which is a little bitty shield. So just all kinds. I'm toggling between two different kinds of shields right now. I'm using a big old kite shield, which I have to like. It braces here in my arm, and then I grab behind it. And then, of course, I've got my sword. I've tried a few different types of swords, and I think I've settled on one that I really like. Because apparently, at my last practice, when I switched swords, they were like, "You're hitting like 10 times harder now," and I was like, "Yay, that's what you want." Um, but there are still some armor things that I needed to get done. So the boring bit first. So with the armor, a lot of people over years, like they literally get real armor. Like there are people with full on chainmail, beautifully crafted helmets. Like there's a lot of artisans in the SCA, and there's a lot of businesses being supported. It's kind of like the geisha world, where there's a lot of old arts that are being kept alive because the geisha need them. Like we're keeping stuff alive because we need it. And then there are a lot of people who just make stuff. Um, One of the things I needed, I wear my armor under my garb, under my fighting clothes. We don't cosplay, we wear garb. There's a difference. Um, but because of that, I have to have stuff that's pretty form fitting. So I have a motocross suit, but there's certain parts of your body that you just want to protect. There's required protection, and then highly suggested protection. So I wanted to get some extra protection. I had ordered a shirt like this, but it wasn't good enough. This is a padded men's football shirt. So this has kidney protection built into it, and it's got a little bit of extra shoulder padding. My motocross shirt has padding in it, but it's in different places, and men and women aren't built the same. And honestly, I could not find any women's stuff that was made for a girl like me. That's the best way I can say that. So I got the largest men's I could find, which should give me some extra protection. And there's even a little bit of tailbone, like that, the top part of the spine on the tailbone. So that's pretty great. So I'm pretty happy with this, but this isn't the interesting SCA stuff. So there's that. So other thing I needed were gloves. So I want to fight with half gauntlets, which means I have like a leather cup that goes over my wrist and my fingers. But I still need some kind of hand protection. And if this is what I think it is, this should be, it says fragile on it. I didn't know this was going to be fragile. This should be my leather gloves, and hopefully they fit. I ordered them on Etsy. As I was looking around on places to find them, I couldn't find any that were good leather, but looked period, if that makes sense. Because my persona in the SCA is 13th century, like in, a bag in a bag, 13th century Morocco. Um, so I wanted to look, I mean, you can only get so authentic after a point. I mean, I'm wearing motocross gear under my garb. There's only so authentic you can get. However, where I can, I want to. And this is going to be an outer piece, the glove. So I wanted to get some good, sturdy leather gloves. Ooh, another piece of cardboard for my gardening. To kill clover and stuff in our garden beds. Put down cardboard on top, then mulch it. It'll suffocate the, what's it called, and create nice healthy soil. But I wanted a good pair of leather gloves. And again, she's a tall girl, so I needed a men's size. So I got on the Etsy, and there was a custom glove maker. Oh. Ooh, it's supple on the inside. That's good leather. This is what I need. Oh, look at the stitching. These are not going to tear up. And I needed freedom of movement. Using a fully gauntleted hand, like hand piece, what it was doing is that there's like a hockey glove stuck in there that belonged to my husband because he fought with a pole arm, so both of his hands were always exposed. I'm using a basket hilt, which means my hand will be covered, so I don't need that full over knuckle protection from like metal gloves or whatever. I don't know what they're called. I guess metal gauntlets. So his gloves are way bigger, and then the knuckles are covered, and it was too much for me. I need dexterity. So hopefully I'll get to use these this weekend. I'm not authorized yet, so I don't get to fight in the war, but I should be able to do what are called pickup fights, where people will let me practice with them. So I've got these, and they'll slide into my half gauntlets, which that's great. But this is what I was really waiting on. This is what the video is really about. I got a pair of boots made. So I've been fighting in steel-toed hiking boots, which is fine, but for the level of agility I need, they're not good enough to be hopping around fighting. And this, oh my goodness, they sent me a bag with my name on it. Oh, it's from a company. I got this in Turkey, actually. Not letting you see my name, but it's called Bespokey Shoes in Istanbul, Turkey. What's going on in Turkey? Like seriously, the apron dresses I got, they came from Turkey too, and they fit perfectly. When I saw this company was in Turkey, I was like, well, they're gonna fit. They're gonna be great. They're huge. I got them a little big. They're probably half a size too big because these are men's shoes again. But look at that. Just, I got to break the sole in. But these are going to be great for fighting. I'm going to try one on. Slide. Oh, they zip on the side, which is awesome. Makes it much easier to put them on. The toe is stuffed. That's paper, so that also can go in my gardening. Leather. The shoelaces are leather. OMG. Ooh, this is nice. They're going to take breaking in, for sure. I may or may not fight in these this weekend. I'm going to see how they feel on my foot. Putting one on. They are flat, flat. Now, I will say I am lucky when it comes being able to wear shoes and stuff. I have perfectly shaped feet. Everyone does not have that. This particular shoemaker, they had listed on their shop that they specialize in fitting men who are hard to fit. So in no way, shape, or form are these made to fit my foot. They're made to fit a wide man's foot. But being a tall girl, for stuff like this, that's just what I have to go with. There we go. Oh, they feel pretty good, actually. Yeah, I mean, I'll have to, if I put a thick sock in there. Yeah, so Like around here, my foot doesn't go all the way to the toe. That's why I got them a half a size big because I don't want that. I don't want to accidentally like hurt my toe. Nobody's gonna step on your foot. That's just it could happen by accident, but no one's trying. Um, but see, this is really wide. I've got skinny feet. My feet are more like this all the way up and down. This is obviously for a huge foot. So right in here, it's a little loose, so I can wear like a thicker sock to make that work the way that I want it to. But overall, yeah, if they feel good, I'll wear these around the house. I'll put the other one on. I got there like, hey babe, look at my feet. They're great. These are kind of awesome. Yeah, I paid, what did I pay for? It was over $100. I can't remember the exact amount, but they are definitely handmade. And it just absolutely beautiful. Uh, well done, Bespokey. Yeah, that sole ain't going nowhere. I love this. I'm gonna put the other one on. See how it feels with 2 feet on. I like the leather work that they've done. They've waterproofed the outside of the leather. Um, so I'll be able to clean them pretty easily, which is great because it's been thunderstorming, which hopefully by this weekend it's dried out. Right now, the weather forecast is pretty good. Let me see if they zip up. Oh, yeah, they zip up easily. I don't even have to adjust the laces for them to zip up. That is one thing about being a martial arts girl. I am muscly. So sometimes stuff that's just made for daintiness is not for me. 'Cause she got muscles everywhere. Um, oh, they feel good. I am gonna have to scratch the soles because they're a little slippery. Um, they're kind of great. This, I feel powerful. I do. Yeah, now when it comes to heavy combat, I know there's gonna be a question. Can women do it? Obviously. Anyone can. You wanna get into heavy combat, you can. There's waivers and stuff to sign. You gotta join the SCA and all that. But I will say it doesn't matter what martial art it is. Well, it does. Because I did go to a class when I was looking for a taekwondo school here, and they were a no contact school. Like they didn't hit each other at all when they sparred. And I was like, well, that defeats the purpose. We're not going to work together. But um, you gonna feel it, and every kingdom fights a little differently. Some kingdoms fight harder than others. I only have experience fighting with the people around me. In martial arts, I have a lot more experience. In Taekwondo, I have a lot more experience, obviously, because I've gone all over the world doing martial arts. But just be prepared. If you don't like the feeling of it ain't for you. But it does, even if you're not in it to win it, it's good for building camaraderie. You meet a lot of really great people. It's good physical exercise. Like it is because you got a shield, you got a sword, you're weighed down. Like it's going to build up your endurance. It's going to build your confidence. Like it's great. So that is my endorsement of SCA. But I'm really happy. I needed this for this weekend. I'm glad I took my hair down. It's going to get rebraided in a couple of weeks back into box braids. But the other hair I had, the biggest problem was it would not fit under the helmet. The helmet, the eyepiece was like on my forehead. And now I put the helmet on and it fits perfectly. So I was going to go dig it out and put it on in this video, but then I'd have to put it back. So guess what choice she made? Yeah, so see, I told you this would be a quick one. Y'all should have seen me and all the setup I was doing to do this video. It's fine though. It's fine. So hopefully this video resolution, everything turns out well. This is my first recording since putting up my new docking station and changing a few settings. So hopefully this video looks good. Of course, you'll give me feedback. Until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.